Act 1, Scene 1.
In 1815, I, Sybil Mosley, felt the calling of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I confessed my faith before the congregation and now cling to the bosom of the church. Though I am a sinner, I now have hope that God will call me his own and receive me at his right hand.
In 1815, I, Lucy Goodall, was washed in the blood of our Lord Jesus. My family rejoiced at my pious calling. I do now truly believe and trust that dear Redeemer who tasted death for us all.
In 1819, I am of low spirits. A kindred spirit to whom I was once dearly attached has now departed from my life to serve God in another part of the world. I know not where my life is going or what the Lord would have me do. I feel many days of loneliness and sorrow. The joy that I once felt at teaching these young girls slowly drains away, and I feel heavy with a weight I can neither understand nor overcome. I read of women who I read of women who do mission work among the heathen peoples of this earth. Nor overcome. I envy them that they have a purpose and service to God. I pray that one day I might find such a purpose.
In 1819, my mother died. My dear sister Persis was married and left our father's home. Mother gone. Persis gone. Wonder not when I say that I now more than ever felt myself an orphan. My solitary chamber witnesses my grief as I walk from side to side. My pillow is watered with tears. I apply to the fountain of all grace and consolation for support. I devote my life to the will of the Supreme.
My prayers were heard. Today I go to Goshen, Connecticut, to meet one who is perhaps of the same heart and mind as I, a young man about to embark on a life of mission work in the Sandwich Islands seeks a companion for this noble cause. God will guide me.
My cousin William visited me today. He gave me information of a mission to the Sandwich Islands, which was to sail in 4 to 6 weeks. He dwelt upon it with interest and feeling. Imagine my surprise to hear him ask, "Will you, Lucy, by becoming connected with a missionary, now an entire stranger, attach yourself to this small band of pilgrims and bring the word of the gospel to a land of darkness?" Now I feel the need of guidance. Oh, that my sister were here.
On October 11th, 1819, I was joined in holy matrimony to the Reverend Hiram Bingham.
On October 12th, 1819, I was joined in holy matrimony to the Reverend Asa Thurston.
On October 23rd, 1819, we set sail as members of a pioneer company of missionaries to the Sandwich Islands.
Like Rebecca, we have said,
I will go.
I will go.
Scene 2.
Here is why I, Ka'ahumanu, Kuhina Nui and widow of Kamehameha, have agreed with other chiefs, friends, and counselors of Kamehameha to do these things. Kamehameha unified these islands. He forged a great power, and we, his loyal ali'i, we will remain keepers of that power. And we will no longer share them with the priestly class. We do not need the kahuna to declare kapu and offer sacrifices. And here is another thing. For many years now, we have seen these haole, these foreign men among us. We know that they break the kapu. Do the gods come to punish them? No. Women have gone to the ships and have eaten with these haole men. Do the gods come to punish them? No. Then why should it be that they should punish us at all? I think these beliefs are nothing, false. And who is it who hates this most, this couple of eating? We, women of the ali'i, and Keopualani, the highest of the kapu chiefs. She has spoken out in strength. We do not want a lowly place anymore. And the men of the priesthood will see this. You should have seen the fear in their faces when we sat to eat. Heva made a great prayer to the gods. Liho the king approached. Many of the faces in the crowd became as white as the full moon. Liho sat with us to eat. He ate, and the people waited in silence, waited for the terrible wrath of the gods, which never came. Then a great cry rose from the women. Ai Noah! Ai Noah! The couple of the gods are ended. We enter a time of the kapu of the chiefs.
Scene 3.
What can I say to you, my sisters, this morning? I can tell you. Could your eye glance across the great water and catch this little bark ascending and descending the mountainous waves which contain your dear sister, your arms would be involuntarily extended for her relief, and your prayers would be to save her. The sea runs very high, while the wind runs through the naked riggings, as you may have heard it in a November's day, through a leafless trees of the majestic forest. The dashing of the waves on deck, the frequent falling of something below, the violent motion of the vessel going up and then down would seem to conspire to terrify and distress. Yet I feel my mind calm, as if by a winter's fire in my own land. Is this not the mercy of God?
Oh,
Lucy, what are you doing out here?
I felt so sick shut up in there.
Very rough.
How long have we been at sea?
About 60 days.
And still not halfway there?
Lucy, are you all right?
I'm frightened by the sea today.
You are safe.
What do you think will really happen to us, Sybil?
I don't know, Lucy.
You know, anything could happen to us out here in the sea, in the middle of nowhere. No one would know and no one would care. Why did I come here?
God called you.
Suppose they don't want us in their island. Suppose they aren't friendly. The sailors say that...
Don't listen to what the sailors say. Oh,
I hate the ocean and I hate this ship.
now we must lean on him. Give all your thoughts and all your fears to him.
I'm trying.
And think of the poor heathen, Lucy, whose immortal souls languish in darkness. Who will give them the Bible and tell them of the Savior, if not us? Think of the Hawaiian people, who will enjoy that grace because someone such as Lucy Thurston was willing to say, I will go.
Scene 4. Hana sits playing with a ribbon. Pali enters. Hey, Harry, do you want us to just go to the end of the scene?
I can read both parts.
Can I just say really quick, Kahana, can you come
Yeah.
on camera about like 2 beats before you're supposed to be on so that when I fade you in, I know you're in?
Got it. Will do. Oh, that's right, because you have a... Got it. Awesome. I love this.
Okay. Harry, do you want us to read through these or do you want to get us just ready for the next transition?
Why don't we just, well, is it okay if we just move on to the next transition?
That works best for
Thank you.
me.
Next transition.
Okay, my cue
I had a
line
question,
is... Hannah, can you just say, I don't care, my life won't change?
Hold on. Harry had a question.
Oh, sorry.
oh, it's okay. Hey, so then, I was watching on YouTube,
Okay.
and what is it? Is there a way for the actors to not drop that black thing until
until yeah. So give it same thing with when you're done before you put the black up. Give it a beat so I have a moment to transition and then you can cover.
Okay.
Without Harry.
Yeah.
All right. Polly says everyone knows who will win.
I don't care. My life won't change.
Scene 5.
I knew our lives would change forever. I knew that when we did this thing. There was blood spilled. Turmoil rose among the people. The free eating greatly angered Kekuo Kalani. He moved his forces out of Ka'avalua. We met them at Kuamo'o. We had guns. That is why we won. From Kamehameha, we learned to strike swiftly and with strength. But my heart weeps for the death of Kekuo Kalani and his faithful woman Manono who fought by his side. Now the old gods have lost their power and will go. Have we done right? Or have we done great evil? I agreed to take down with what I knew to be false, but will I, Ka'ahumanu, be able to be a guide for these islands? People now have no gods, only the Ali'i. How will we steer the canoe?
My Ali'i. Okay, and we can skip to the end of that. And let me just post up the scene. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind giving me the I guess I can start. Well, if it is your wish.
No, I can see your mind is filled with wondering about these Haole women. Go and satisfy this longing.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I will tell you everything that I see.
Scene 6.
Lucy, come, you can see them.
There are hundreds, maybe thousands of them.
They look so dark. It's hard to see in this blinding light.
They'll be closer in a minute.
How beautiful the mountains are.
Oh, my feet won't know how to walk on solid ground again.
Look, now they're closer. I see a man waving to us.
Where?
In that canoe, next to the woman holding coconuts.
Where? Oh, there! Oh, Sybil, those are not coconuts.
No? Oh, no.
Look at them.
Hundreds of them.
All of them.
Naked.
What shall we do?
Compose ourselves. We must compose ourselves.
What? They're getting closer.
Well, we must try to act naturally.
Naturally? Yes, we must. But it's disgusting. Even the men.
Well, don't look there. I mean,
where? Where are we supposed to look?
Lower your eyes and wave politely.
I had never conceived in my life that I would ever see such a sight.
I saw them first as a swarming mass of dark savages.
To describe the dress and demeanor of these creatures, I would have to make use of uncouth and indelicate language.
And even as I looked
their coverings are revoltingly scanty, to say the least.
And even as I looked into their eyes, I asked myself, can they be human? But the answer came to me, yes, God made these people. They have immortal souls.
I have never felt such shame or embarrassment as when I first beheld these children of nature.
Yes, they are human and can be brought to know and love our Savior.
Some of the women are grotesquely large.
Mountainous.
Some chiefesses have Western cloth wrapped about them.
In something which resembles a Roman toga.
Yet which is thoroughly immodest.
Here we will begin God's work.
Lucy and Sybil freeze. Hana and Polly enter.
Look how they cover up their bodies so.
Can I actually pause real quick? I have a question. Harry, I have them queued up with Lucy and Sybil still on stage, and then just adding Polly and Hannah. Did you like that, or did you want just Hannah and Polly and then to add the 4 of them?
No, I like it with the 4 of them.
Perfect. Thank you. I will read this with you. Oh,
Look at this white hand.
what puny bodies, what sick pale skin.
Oh, their legs are like sticks.
They look all pinched up in the middle.
And wide at the top.
Their eyes are so small.
They have no smiles.
I'm sure it's because they're so thin and sickly.
Maybe they would improve with bathing in the ocean and lying about in the sun. Now we have learned something. This is why so many howling men who come to these islands go so crazy over our women. It is because howling women are so revoltingly ugly. How could a man find any desire for such a creature? Oh, wait. It must be so hard for them to get children. I pity them. Poor things. I will send them some food.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha?
Aloha. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha, Your Majesty.
Aloha.
Your Majesty, we bring a message of hope.
Oh?
Of Jesus.
The one true God, the blessed
We
Jehovah.
don't need a new God. Why do you wear so much clothes?
This is the way ladies of America dress.
Proper ladies.
I wish to try such clothes. You will make one for me.
Yes, I think we could.
I will send you cloth.
Oh, perhaps you yourself would like to learn to sew.
So?
Yes, it is how we make clothes.
No, I want you to make them for me.
Oh, yes, we know. I just thought that maybe you...
Why do you come to these islands? What do you want?
Want?
Yes. Is it sandalwood, whale oil? Your men come for women. What do you want?
We don't want anything like that.
Oh, no.
We want to bring you the good news of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
The news of Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Why should I care for the news of someone I don't even know?
Well, he is God, the blessed Son of...
I do not wish to hear of a God. I have finished with God's power, and the king has spoken these things to the people. We want no gods. The gods brought only sorrow and unhappiness. We will not have that again. Let us speak of other things.
Our God is different. He...
Lucy, please.
I want clothes which are red. I will send you red cloth.
Yes, we will be happy to do this. You must also come so that we can measure you.
Measure?
So we can cut.
Cut?
To make your clothes.
Yes, I will come. You have a very kind face, but very sad.
Thank you. When you come, perhaps we will talk some more,
Paha,
so that we may come to know each other's ways.
Paha.
Exit the Hawaiian women. Lucy and Sybil join hands.
Here we will begin God's work.
Hannah and Polly enter from the playing area as they speak.
But why do you think she likes me, Hannah? I don't know. I know she likes you because you're pretty and smart. And because I know of all the gossip amongst the foreigners. But why should she pick me? I don't know. She just picks her favorites. Shall we look into the Mikanele? Yes.
Lucy and Sybil begin to dust, sweep, and go through other actions of housekeeping as they repeat phrases in Hawaiian.
Aloha.
Aloha kakahiaka.
Aloha avakea.
Aloha awina la.
Aloha ahi ahi.
Pehea oi.
Mai ka'i pehea oi.
Ano maluhi luhi o.
Look at them. They're always busy till their faces make water. Why do they do that? It's their way. Aloha Mrs. Bingham, Mrs. Thurston.
Good day, Hannah.
Good day.
Where are you going?
To the house of Ka'ahumanu. Are you making a sail?
A sail.
Yes, like the sailors with a needle in and out.
Why no? This is how we make how we sew, how we make dresses.
Are you making a dress? I would like to have a dress.
No, Hannah, she's just fixing a tear in her apron.
You tore your beautiful clothes? How?
Fight in the village this morning.
You got in a fight?
No, she was just helping someone.
A man was being beaten for no reason that I could see.
There's always fighting in the village.
This man had funny marks on his forehead and around his eyes.
A Kahua. That's why he was beaten. We despise them. That is why they are marked.
Why?
I don't know. They're not allowed to live amongst us. In the old days, they sometimes served as a sacrifice at the heiau. They are filthy people.
They don't look any different.
That is why they are marked, so people may know them.
I don't understand. Why?
I know why. They're just no better than animals. There are many who try to pretend they don't belong to the Kahua. Some of them try to give away their babies to others so the children will grow up unrecognized. I knew a girl who had a baby by a Kahua once. If that happened to me, I would kill it.
How disgusting.
Yes, they are disgusting.
I don't want to hear this talk.
Please, we must be going. We have work to do.
Hana and Polly turn to leave. Polly turns back to talk to Lucy.
This man, he had a, oh, I'm sorry, I lost the lines there.
Somewhat. He had a limp.
A bad leg? Was he killed?
No, he managed to get away.
Ah.
Do you...
Mom, Polly!
Scene 8.
Aloha kuhina nui.
Hi, aloha no. You brought Pali, I see.
Yes,
Come, Pali, my pua. You comb my hair.
yes,
You have been well.
yes, thank you. Oh, we stopped to looking at the mikanele,
And what were they doing?
running around, taking off dirt.
They always do that.
I don't know why they won't get someone else to do the work for them. Perhaps it is kapu in America. No, it isn't. How do you know, Hannah? Because Davis told me once, a long time ago.
What was his sickness?
I don't know. My father said he died of too much rum. You must be lonely for him.
You have a very kind heart, Pali.
Oh, not very. He was never mean to me, but he was too old. And he always smelled like rum. It was my father that made me go with him for a mate. He was as old as my father. Does Polly have a line here? I don't
Yes.
have it.
That's not what I would like. Well, I hear other eyes are turned your way, Hannah Grimes. Who, Hannah? Tell me who. A younger man whose body speaks for itself when Hannah is near.
Hey, could you guys hold for a second?
Yep.
Kirk, is it possible for you to read those lines?
Yeah, I can read it.
I'm so sorry. I was sitting here reading it and I didn't realize I was on mute. Thank you. Thank you, Kirk. That would help me a lot because I'm just trying to frame everybody like center while they're.
Yeah, I'll just read it.
Thank you.
Who is it? Hana?
It would be good for you to go with a younger man, Hana. The canoe will fit the halau, huh? I prefer a man who is close to me in years.
I like the way he touches me, and he does not smell of rum. He likes to laugh.
Jones is better to look at than Davis.
Is it Jones, the Howlett, the American consul?
Yes, you clucking hen.
Many women desire him.
But it is Hana he desires.
The Hawaiian women begin to play cards as they speak. Lucy and Sybil enter with a basket. They see the women engaged in a card game and sit nearby on a bench staring forward. Ka'ahumanu acknowledges them, but makes no move to speak to them.
Oh, when will you find a man for such pleasure, Pali?
I don't want one now. Maybe later.
Maybe you've never been with a man.
Maybe.
Oh, why?
Because I didn't find one I wanted.
Or one who wanted you.
Pali has her own wisdom, Hana. It is not good to be with a man you don't want. Go and tell the Mikanele they may join us in cards.
Ka'ahumanu says you may join our game if you wish.
I'm sorry, we can't play.
Well, I will show you. I'm very good. I won a Spanish dollar from a sailor this morning.
American ladies do not play cards.
You must wait then.
Well?
They said, American ladies do not play cards.
Aloha ino.
No wonder they never look happy. What is the pleasure in their lives?
Many people say the men of the Mikanele brought these women only to be cooks and cabin boys for them.
They should learn to throw off their terrible kapu as we did.
Sybil,
Yes.
I want to tell you something.
Tell me what?
I feel something. I mean,
What is it, Lucy?
it's well,
Yes,
n-
Lucy.
nothing. It's nothing. I'm so silly. I'm sorry.
Are you sure?
Aren't they finished yet?
Not yet.
Well, this is very rude.
It's only rude to us who think it rude to keep people waiting.
It is rude to keep people waiting.
She's used to doing as she pleases.
It's her heathen manners.
Pali is out of the game. She rises and goes to Lucy and Sybil. They're almost finished. Then you will be called.
Thank you.
Pali remains and begins to look over Lucy's clothing and bonnet. She picks and pulls at Lucy's clothing. Pali looks at her. Begins to lomi her shoulders.
Don't touch me! Take your filthy heathen hands off of me!
Mr. Thurston. She was frightened. Please forgive her.
I'm sorry. I just forgot myself.
Polly is a favorite.
I'm very sorry.
Come over here.
Okay, wait.
Now.
Wait, could you guys wait 1 second? Hey, Veronica and Kirk, you know, like when after Lucy yells at Polly, then you should probably say she exits.
Okay, that was my question.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Okay.
Alright.
Right after she yells at her.
I'll frame up a 4-person scene with her exiting.
Okay.
Is it before Sister Thurston or after Sister Thurston?
In the original stage directions, she leaves after you say Sister Thurston.
Okay, why don't we do that then?
Thank you.
Let me know when you're ready, Veronica.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, we can go.
Let's take it from Don't Touch Me.
Okay. Don't touch me! Get your filthy heathen hands off me!
Sister Thurston,
Why did you do
Tully
that?
exits.
Why did you do that?
she was frightened. Please forgive her.
I'm sorry. I forgot myself.
Tully is a favorite.
I'm very sorry.
Come over here. Now.
Sister Thurston and I have brought something to show you.
Yes.
It is reading.
And
It is
writing.
reading.
It is the pala pala that holy men know?
You know these things?
Yes, we do.
In America, many women know these things. We want to teach them to you.
And me? You will show me?
Why, yes, Hannah, if you would like to learn.
Show me.
We will start with your name and yours, Hannah. Now, Ka'ahumanu, and yours, Hannah. Now, try to copy every mark.
Help me.
There. That is your name.
Again.
Hannah, that is very quick of you.
Hers is better. Guide my hand again.
K-A-A-H-U-M-A.
Hannah, put away the cards. We will do this now.
Perhaps I could come back tomorrow and begin a lesson?
Not tomorrow, now.
Many times I have watched the ships sail in and out of the port of Honolulu. And many times the question came to me, who made this great world? Why are people different? Why are there different ways of talking? What does the world look like away from here, far away? These women of the Mikanele are the first women of my father's people I have ever seen. They are very different. They work all the time and they do not seem to care much for play or laughter. But there is a way they do things which I like. There is a place for everything in their houses and it is clean and quiet. There's a fresh feeling. It is a feeling of peace without the yelling of drunken men and the smell of rum. There's a gentle kindness about Mrs. Bingham. And they know how to read and write. To know the Palapala is to know many things. And their talk is of a kind God, Jesus, a God to whom women may speak, and a God who will let us in his temple.
Scene 9. Lucy sits sewing. Sybil enters.
Will this heat ever stop?
The eternal summer?
It's so oppressive.
I wish it would rain.
Yes. Some women came while you were gone.
But did they come in?
No, I wouldn't let them.
Why not?
They were sick.
Did you tell the doctor?
I told them the doctor couldn't help them.
Lucy, why?
Because he couldn't. It was the venereal distemper.
I see.
They had sores. Open running sores.
I'm sorry I wasn't here.
One was in a great deal of pain, I could tell.
I see more of them every day.
She begged to me, Sybil. Begged me for medicine to make her well. I told her to go away. There is no medicine. Sometimes I feel as though I couldn't stand to see another face like that, as if I won't be able to stand to see another face in pain.
This is the gift of men who call themselves Christian but have no knowledge of what that word truly means. Men come to these islands for pleasure without the love of Christ in their heart. They are killing them, Lucy. For their own pleasure, their own lust, they are killing these people. They thought Cook was a god. Perhaps he was their angel of death.
Perhaps God is punishing them for their sins of idolatry.
We are all sinners, sister.
Yes,
And it is our job to bring the word of light
yes.
and to minister to the needs of these people. But how will we with so few doctors among us, ever be able to stay the hand of death, which every day tightens its grip on the people?
Aloha, Your Majesty.
Aloha.
Come in and be seated.
How are you today?
I am well.
Shall we begin the lesson?
Yes, let's read.
I must ask you,
Yes?
this sickness which so many of the women have from the sailors,
You don't have this in America?
Yes, but
yes, but, well, there are good women, and there are bad women, and the good women do not do the things which cause the sickness.
No?
no.
Then how is it that they get children?
By getting married.
Binama wahine, that is not what gives you a child.
What we mean is
We think something should be done.
to stop these women.
They spread the disease.
It is Haole men that brought this here.
Yes. But these women who go to the ships, well, they make it worse.
Perhaps I shall make them couple. All women and men who have the sickness may only go with each other.
I don't think that.
We can mark each person who has the sickness.
Perhaps it would be better to forbid people to do what they do.
Why?
They are not married.
Why?
Because it is a sin.
You don't like it?
Certainly not.
It is only for those who are married.
Only so they may have children.
You don't do it for the great pleasure of it?
No.
Oh, you poor ladies. What do you have to make you happy?
We think it is wrong to do without a Christian marriage.
Oh, why do you think this?
God has said it in his holy commandments.
Oh, him.
God is the only refuge, the only safe harbor. If your people followed this commandment, then the sickness would not spread through your people.
These laws you speak of? I will think on them. Perhaps it is a good thing, as Palapala is a good thing. But I will have no more gods. I will not... there will be no more priests to make me a slave to their power. I have spoken. We will have the lesson now.
Very well. Let us read.
I will read this that I like. Whereunto shall we liken the kingdom of God? With what shall we compare
Hold
it?
a second. Veronica.
Yep.
You know, in the view I'm watching, Ka'aumanu is to the right of the screen.
Yep. Do you want her in the middle?
Yeah, could we put her in the middle?
Yep. Okay, that should be updated on your end in a second.
Okay. Oh yeah, there you go.
Better.
Yeah.
Now Julius, there you go. All right. Thanks, y'all.
And then, oh wait a minute, could I ask one more thing?
Of course.
You know, in the next scene, is it possible that Ka'aumanu goes on the top and Hannah goes in the middle with the two women on the side?
I just changed it over to what I had it as.
In the next scene.
Yeah, I have the next scene pulled up, so it should transition for you in a second.
Oh, yeah, I did.
The 4x4 like that?
Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah, it does add. Yeah, I don't want to get too whatchamacall.
I know. I feel you. See, once you start playing with stuff like this, it's like, oh, I can actually make some choices here.
Yeah,
You
we
know?
can have heads.
We can keep her in a position of power in the screen at least, you know. And I was trying to be mindful of that where I put her, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like a pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to change this to a pyramid frame?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I can't do that right now. I'll just make a note of it for this scene.
Yeah. So yeah, people will try not to go past 7:30. I mean 7:30, 9:30.
9:30.
Thank you, 9:30.
Okay. Okay, so then we can keep going.
Yeah.
I will read this that I like. Whereunto shall we liken the kingdom of God? Or with what shall we compare it? It is the grain of mustard seed, which when it is sown in the earth, is less than all the seeds that be in the earth. But when it is sown, it groweth up and becometh greater than all the herbs, and shooteth out great branches, so that all the birds in the air may lodge in the shadow of it.
Scene 10. Enter Hannah.
Please, you will help me?
Hannah, what is it?
I just put Charlotte in your cellar.
Why should you put your sister in the cellar?
He sold her.
Why
My
does she need to hide?
father got drunk again and sold her to Captain Willis of a whaling ship because he got drunk and lost at cards. He said he couldn't pay right away, but Willis just smiled back. Sure you can, he says. Give me Charlotte. I'll take her up north and bring her back when the ship has a belly full of oil. I'll take good care of her, just for me, no one else. My father just looked at him and laughed. He called Charlotte and told her she must now go with this stranger for many months at sea. Charlotte is such a good girl, Mrs. Bingham. Hannah, she said, Hannah, what will he do with me? She's only 13.
Son of a bitch bastard.
I hate this way of being treated. I'm sick of it. It's like we're nothing but hogs in the yard to sell. What can I do?
She's safe here, Hannah. There should be laws so that such things are forbidden.
Yes, laws to protect women and children.
Now, Hannah, if this trouble comes to you or your sisters again, you must come here. Reverend Bingham will stand up for you or any other woman forced to such a thing.
And so will Reverend Thurston, Hannah.
Perhaps we should pray for your father, Hannah.
Him?
He needs your prayers.
His heart is dark.
He is no good.
That is why he needs your prayers.
Yes.
Will you join our prayers? Hannah, please lead us in prayer.
Me?
Aye.
Please, Jesus, come to my father's sick heart. Make him well again. Make him see the bad things he does to me and my sisters, how he hurts us and makes us suffer. Make him turn away from the evil things he does so his soul will be saved from the place of fires. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Why do you wish good things on a bad man?
It is the Christian way.
Why?
We feel that it is those who do bad things who most need our prayers, that with the help of God they might change their ways.
Perhaps I will hear more of these laws of which you speak. You will advise me.
On this matter, you must speak to Reverend Bingham.
Why? It is your wisdom I like better.
We are not suited to advise you about laws.
But you told me about them.
Yes, but we can't advise you about it. That would be politics.
You see, as ladies, it is not part of our sphere.
The home is our world.
We must not make laws.
You will not make laws, but you will obey them?
We will.
I feel as if I'm walking through a forest of hell. Come, Hannah. Let's go. I wish to go. Your sister will be safe here. If anyone goes near her, they will face my anger. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha no.
Ka'ahumanu and Hana move into the playing area. Scene 11.
What do you think of these things, Hannah? Laws and a marriage to only one man.
It would have been good if there was a law that would keep Charlotte safe.
Or a marriage that would have kept Jones from leaving you.
You know?
Aye. Pali.
I suppose the whole village knows now.
It's likely. He's gone for good.
Do we ever know if they're gone for good?
He went to America.
If I had been his Christian wife, he would have taken me.
You wish to be as the Haole women with a man?
Perhaps.
Their God is a man, and their men are gods.
Perhaps it is their love.
It is easier to love a man than a god, Hannah.
Aole maupopo ia'u.
I watched Kamehameha. I saw all the women bow down to him like a god. Do you know why he loved me? Because he knew I was powerful and did not fear him. My own father, Keeaumoku, told him, "You have only one person to truly fear in your kingdom. One person to take away your rule. Your own woman, Ka'ahumanu. For if she chose to rise up against you, the people love her so much that they would follow." So you see, I stood on that same mountain, looked into that same valley. And when I looked at him, I saw a man, not a god.
And what did he see?
That would be for him to say, Hannah.
You don't like this idea of Christian marriage?
Oh, I don't care about it. In the old days, if women and men desired each other, they joined. If that left them, they parted.
But the old days go.
Yes. And tomorrow comes with more more foreigners and their guns and their ships and their desires.
Desire. Is that what rules us? I hardly know my own. But the Mikanele, they have given me a new kind of desire. A longing to know the things in books and the world outside of here and the ways of God.
You believe in this God?
Yes, because he is full of mercy.
But he keeps a terrible place of fires.
That is for the wicked.
Who is wicked?
Those who don't believe.
And those who do?
Life everlasting, where everything is happiness and good.
Happiness and good. Those are the things we need before we die.
This life is for tears and sorrow.
Is this what they teach her? Or is it because of her lover she is sad? Our islands are in the midst of storm, blown every which way by the white men who come here. Laws. These ladies speak of laws, and perhaps their laws are good. The old laws, many of them were foolish and unjust. But perhaps it is good to have laws which protect the people from harm. As in the old days, if the people saw their elite doing good things, they will continue to love and follow us. It would be easy to take this new God and make him steer our canoe through this time, but I can't do it. I can't trust a holy God.
I know in the days of the kapu, when our hearts were dark, we worshiped the hungry gods, the gods who must be fed with plants and animals, and most terrible, with human flesh, that they might live.
One moment.
Men died that the gods might live.
Oh,
Kahana. Hey, so Veronica, is it possible to take?
Yep. 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 I've got it. I'm doing it right now. So
Okay.
she'll have her speech, and then Kahana will be by herself.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I will fix that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You can keep going. Sorry about that.
Okay. Man died that the gods might live, but now comes a time of light. A new God who is so full of love that he sends his son to die for men that they might live.
Scene 12.
I don't see why you have to chide me for it.
I'm not chiding you, Lucy. I'm simply suggesting.
You look down on me for it.
I do not, Sister Thurston.
Perhaps you think my feelings don't become a minister's wife,
I would never suggest that you weren't a good wife.
or as a missionary.
Lucy, please. I was at fault to mention it.
Well, I'm not like you, Mrs. Bingham. I have never been free with my natural affections.
I'm sure if only you would open your heart, unafraid, you would soon find room for them.
I have tried, Sybil. I have. I have told myself that they're people, that they have immortal souls, that I ought to love them as my neighbors at home, but I can't escape the feeling that comes over me when I see them in their depravity. I can control the way I look before them, but I can't help the revulsion I feel. I can't bear to be touched by their dark, dirty hands, and I hate the way that I'm stared at by those great dark eyes. Oh, I hate those eyes and the way they stare at me like some animal. I even sometimes feel sickened if there are too many of them in here.
Our work must be selfless, Lucy.
It's wicked, I know, but it's true, Sybil. I would change it if I could, but these feelings are beyond my control. But I have made a promise to God. I promised him that it would never make me falter in my work here in these islands. I can't love these people, but I will work to raise them to a state of Christian civilization. I suppose now you think me a most unworthy person.
No, I will think no such thing. God gives us our trials, and we must bear them.
I can't. No, I just don't have the strength.
Lucy, what's wrong?
I don't know how to tell you. I'm so ashamed.
What is it, Lucy?
I found a hard thing, a lump in my breast.
Have you told Dr. Judd?
How can I?
Scene 13. Where have you been, Hana? In the house of the Mikanele night and day?
Why don't you come too?
I think they hate us.
That's not true.
I think it is. They're not good for us. Their teachings are false and evil. They don't allow you any of the joys you knew before. Come, Hana, return to the way you were before. Be happy again.
If they hate us, why would they come to teach us?
I don't know. It's a trick
A trick?
to make us miserable like them.
They're not miserable.
Soon your life will leave you, Hana, and you'll be like them.
No, Polly, they teach me to know more about life. They make new thoughts in my head which weren't there before, and now I may think of many new and wonderful things. I have knowledge, and I will have more of it. Before, I was just a pretty thing that men wanted, but now I have a whole world of thoughts that is kaput to everyone but myself.
These things you learn could be lies.
They're not.
I still say that Holly woman hates us. Scene 14. Sybil, Lucy, and Hana are at the mission house. Hana now wears a dress like the mission women. Sybil quizzes Hana from a book.
Now, Hannah, what is sin?
Sin is any want of conformity to or transgression of the law of God.
What is the sin by where our first parents fell?
The sin by where our first parents fell was the eating of the forbidden fruit.
What is the misery of the estate wherein man fell?
This one is still hard.
Baptism requires study and diligence. Now, try again. What is the misery of the estate wherein man fell?
All mankind by their fall lost communion with God, are under his wrath and curse, and so made liable to every misery in this life, to death itself, and to the pains of hell forever.
Did God leave all men to perish in the estate of sin and misery?
No, God, out of his mere good pleasure, has elected some to everlasting life, and will bring these chosen to an estate of salvation by a Redeemer, the Lord Jesus Christ.
Enter Polly. Excuse me, please.
Yes.
The doctor wishes you in the village right away. There is some trouble.
Trouble.
Many people have come down from the mountains where they cut the sandalwood. There is a great sickness among them.
No.
He asked you to bring these things.
Let me have that. They are powders from his medical supplies.
You get them, Lucy. Hannah, you will study until I return.
What are you doing, Hannah?
Learning the word of God, so I may have baptism.
Sorry, hold on a second. I'm a little far behind. Hold for me for 1 second, please.
Okay.
Julia, yep, thank you.
So I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and somebody's call still got through.
If they call 3 times in a row quickly, it deems it an emergency, and that's why they come through.
Okay. Well, I declined their call, so.
Okay. All right, I'm good. I'm caught up. Thank you.
What are you doing, Hannah?
Learning the word of God, so I may have baptism.
Oh,
What does every sin deserve? Every sin deserves God's wrath and curse, both in this life and that which is to come.
do you believe this, Hannah?
Yes, I want to be baptized,
Why?
so I can go to heaven.
This God allows the Kanaka in his heaven?
Yes,
Even women?
yes, we are all equal in God's sight.
Then why aren't we equal on earth?
Be quiet, Polly.
How many Haules do you know treat us like one of their own? How many of the Ali'i treat the commoners as they do each other?
You don't know what you're talking about.
No, you don't know, Hana. Things are different for you because you're Hapa Haole. They treat you so. They bring you into their homes as a friend because they think you're half like them. You're not like me. You always had many more things for comfort in life. You don't know what it's like to be poor. You don't know what it's like to be below everyone else. So don't say your stupid words to me, Hana.
Polly, what is it? Why are you so angry with me? You could come here too if you wanted.
I'm sorry, Hana. Forgive my words. I don't mean to hurt you. Exit Pali. Scene 15.
The greed of men has caused many deaths. Men come from foreign lands wanting iliahi, the scented sandalwood. They bring Western goods with them and teach the chiefs to covet these things.
They ply them with liquor until they are drunk,
Sell them useless things.
never worth half of what they charge.
The chiefs pay in sandalwood.
The maka'ainana must go to cut the wood.
Holes the size of ships are dug.
The commoners must fill them with wood.
Pikuls.
133 1/3 pounds, 1 pikul.
The wood grows high in the mountains.
Many leave their fields unattended.
Kalo rots.
The sweet potatoes are eaten by worms.
Men, women, mothers with children go.
Today many died.
Tomorrow many more.
The people stayed too long.
The winds blew too cold.
The rain came too hard.
Not enough food.
Exposed to nature's elements.
Not enough to keep warm.
They came down from the green hills, crying for the dead they'd left behind.
All for what?
So a few foreigners can increase their wealth?
Buy lace for their wives.
Crystal for their tables?
Stallions for their sons.
My dear sisters, if you could only see with what misery and death the wealthy lives in America, comfortable and safe, are built on. These were once a thriving people. The white men who come here for profits from sandalwood, profits from whale oil, or for the pleasure of women, I am ashamed to call my countrymen. If you had seen what I saw today, men, women, and children dying, I'm sure you would not hesitate to lay down your beautiful silk dresses, your colored ribbons, your lace gloves, and all the finery that surrounds you. All the finery that surrounds us, to take up a Christian vow of service and poverty, so that we might never again prosper from the deaths of others.
Scene 16.
Many chiefs have accepted this new god.
Yes.
Kamwali'i wished I would believe. Also Keopolani.
Why don't you?
Some things I like. I think it is good that with this god women may speak to him. The old days only the kahuna spoke to God at the Heiau. And I like to see that women may teach things about this god, such as Mrs. Bingham teaches. But there's some things I don't like. I'm afraid that this god would have too much power, that too many things would change. There is something about the Mikanele that I do not trust. Something which I can't name.
They have been kind teachers to us.
And they seem to care for the people.
And they do many things for us.
Yes. You know, Hannah, when I was younger, I felt so strong. That is the good thing about youth, to feel strong in body and purpose. I was not afraid. I saw something to do and I did it. But everything has changed with the coming of foreigners. Their wealth, ships, guns, these things change everything. They have made the power of the chiefs weak. I make a law against the sale of rum. A ship comes full of men eager for drink. If the captain does not like the kapu, he says, sell us rum or we'll fire our cannon on your town. Or perhaps he sends an angry mob to fight and make trouble. What am I to do? Keep the law and have destruction? If if we engage him in battle, more and more ships with guns will come from his country. Should I relent and sell him rum? This makes the chiefs look weak. What will I do? In former days, I did not hesitate to act. My mind would not trouble me. The way was clear. I was not afraid to do away with what I need to be false or to take up what I wished, but now
Everything has changed so much. I know.
the chiefs pass, all my counselors and friends. Kyo Pulanikon. My own Kamwali Igon. Kalanimoku grows so weak. His strength fades. Our people die. I feel as if I am surrounded by darkness. Elwano himene. O ke hilala kuikale. O kalua ke kalua kapae. Ikalua. Polio kawa mene. Eyala. Eyala. Eyala.
Why did you destroy the old ones?
Why?
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 Your people are dying.
Why?
Do something.
Can't you do anything?
Too many haole.
Another warship.
Another government?
Give us sandalwood.
Women, where are the women?
And rum! More rum!
All for a warship. These chiefs can't tell us what to do.
I'll do what I like. This isn't America.
England.
France.
These aren't civilized human beings.
Take care of your own people.
Take care.
Can't you do anything?
There's too much sickness.
I need some land.
Send for a warship. I want to be paid.
These are only native chiefs. Stupid savages.
Stupid savages.
Stupid savages.
There aren't enough children anymore.
Why did you leave the old gods?
Can't you do something?
It's too hot.
What does every sin deserve?
Everyone will die.
Die.
It's too hot.
Why can't you do anything?
Why?
We're dying. We're all dying. Do something. Scene 17.
Is she improved?
Not much. Her fever is still very high.
You should rest.
I'm fine. It's you I worry over.
You've been here all day. You could become ill yourself.
I've had a little sleep.
Will she die?
No, she won't die.
Put her in the stream.
No, Pali, that could make her much worse.
She'll burn up inside.
Such a stupid belief.
Sister Thurston.
I know, I spoke too sharply.
Hold, actually, I'm sorry. Y'all have moved some stuff around in the script. And I don't have all that. So yeah.
Hello?
Just because, like, those boys, I don't know. I was a little confused in the script about where we are.
Okay, yeah, where when they come back after the after that where there's
Yep.
just voices,
Yep.
I think it'd be good to have all five women are on stage actually.
Okay. Perfect. Let me change that right now because that is really what I needed to know. That. Thank y'all for your patience.
Thank you.
I got real confused for a minute. Okay, have everybody up. Let's get the missionaries down at the bottom.
My eye is bugging out now.
You okay?
Yeah.
Almost there. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Okay, so if everybody's going to be on, then everybody needs to not cover their camera.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. We just changed that. So. Okay. All right. I got that 5-piece in there. Okay, so this is right when the voices stop and then everybody is in.
Yeah.
So let's start from there, please.
Want to take it from Tully's line? We're dying. We're all dying.
Okay.
We're dying.
Sorry, I have a question real quick. Harry, do you want me to be out of frame? Like, like laying down, or do you want me to still be propped up? Just not aware.
Okay, Kirk.
Oh, no, Harry, Buffy had a question for you.
Oh, okay. You have another question, Buffy?
Yeah, no, I was asking if you want me to be out of frame when this next scene starts, because I'm not sure, like...
No, you can just be there.
Okay.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I didn't realize my mic was off.
That's okay.
Okay. We're dying. We're all dying. Do something. Scene 17.
Is she improved?
Not much. Her fever's still very high.
You should rest.
I'm fine. It's you I worry over.
You've been here all day. You could become ill yourself.
I've had a little sleep.
Will she die?
No, she won't die.
Put her in the stream.
No, Polly, it could make her much worse.
She'll burn up inside.
Such a stupid belief.
Sister Thurston.
I know, I spoke too sharply.
Okay.
Listen to those.
Okay, wait a second. So after such a stupid belief, then Hana and Polly exit, and then you might as well say that, Kurt.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't even know where I'm at in my script.
Page 52.
Mine doesn't have page numbers for some reason.
Oh my god.
Okay. So then after you said then it'll just be who on screen?
The two missionaries and Kahua.
Okay. Thanks, y'all. We're so close. We're getting there. Missionary.
I've been watching you guys on Facebook.
And
No, and then like I have like a ton of people who want to be my friends that I haven't confirmed. Is that like insulting in?
no, I leave. It's like leaving people on red. You just leave them there.
Yeah, I haven't looked in for like a while.
So why you leave it backed up?
I'm on Facebook. I got on the interwebs today. Thank you. Sorry. Okay.
Killer.
Okay, everybody's up. Ready to go. Keep going.
Okay. Go back a little. Could you give him a place, Kirk?
Yeah. Will she die?
No, she won't die.
Put her in the stream.
No, Pali, it could make her much worse.
She'll burn up inside.
Such a stupid belief.
Hana and Pali exit.
Sister Thurston,
I know I spoke too sharply.
people listen to those whom they feel to be kind-hearted.
It always happens when I get tired.
Holy. How?
Perhaps you should go back to the mission and get Reverend Bingham and the doctor.
Is she going?
I don't know. I can't tell if the fever is breaking or if she's falling into a worse state.
Holy. Pinamuhin.
Yes, I'm here.
I'm very sick.
Yes.
I had a terrible dream. I saw that place.
What place?
The terrible place of fires.
You must lie down.
It was a terrible place.
Your people burning.
It was so hot. Great rivers of lava.
Oh, it's all right. You're here now.
You're so kind to bring me back from that place.
It is the love of Jesus that has brought me here.
It is Jesus who saves us from this place.
He is the light of the world. It is only through him that we are saved.
Perhaps now I will try one of these prayers to Jesus.
Now,
Yes, now hurry.
Reverend Bingham will be here soon. Maybe you wish to pray with him.
No, it is you I wish to share my first prayer with.
Very well. We will pray as Jesus taught us to pray, saying, Our Father, who art in heaven,
Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
thy will be done,
on earth as it is in
on
heaven.
earth as it is in heaven.
End Act 1. Act 2,
Can
scene...
we stop there?
Okay.
Yeah, so we've had revisions in the script, Harry. Because I'm going to have I need a better copy of the script. Because a lot of that stuff is moved around in placement, and I just don't think I have. Because like where I am in my script, I'm on Act 2, Scene 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we...
Yeah, I understand you guys change things, but like I need a new script.
Probably probably if we can get, I think Kirk probably has the most up-to-date script. And then we can figure out a time where Kirk can come down here. Maybe we can scan it and then I can email that one to you.
Okay. Yeah, because that chunk right there, that's why that looks so weird, is because I was super lost. Super lost. And then also because they're like the scenes, not like scenes are different. I also want to make sure that's correct in my script because, like, yeah, that was nuts. Okay, so are we starting with is the first of that Hana? I open to my beloved.
Yes.
Okay. Then I think I am ready to go forward. Just know that chunk right there before, that was what that was about. Okay, I am ready now. Thanks. I will give you a 3, 2, 1, go.
I opened to my beloved, but my beloved had withdrawn himself and was gone. My soul failed me when he spake. I sought him, but I could not find him. I called him, but he gave no answer. The watchmen that went about the city found me. They smote me. They wounded me. The keepers of the wall, they took away my veil from me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, if ye find my beloved, that ye tell him that I am sick of love.
Ka'ahumanu, Sybil, and Lucy sit. Ka'ahumanu now wears a muumuu. Hana enters.
Good morning, Hannah.
Aloha pinamuhine. Peheo ai kupuna.
Are you troubled,
Right.
Hannah?
No,
Don't feel bad, Hannah. Reverend Bingham says you may try the examination in another month. One day
It's
you will
all
be
right.
baptized.
it's all right.
Let's continue our work. You may begin reading with Matthew 13.
And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
Hannah, please continue. Hannah,
I'm sorry.
please continue.
I don't know the place.
You must pay attention, Hannah. Matthew 13, verse 5.
Some fell upon.
Could you guys hold one moment?
Yeah,
You know-
I'm trying to get it framed up. Sorry, Harry. I guess my last few ones are gonna be a little off.
Okay.
But we should be fine. This.
Oh.
All right, good to go. Thank you.
Okay, Kirk, could you give them a place to go from?
Okay. Go from Hana, please continue.
Thank you. Hannah, please continue. Hannah,
I don't know the. I'm sorry.
please continue.
I don't know the place.
You must pay attention, Hannah. Matthew 13, verse 5.
And some fell upon stony places where they had not much deepness of earth. And forthwith they sprung because they had no deepness of earth.
What is wrong with you today, Hannah?
Jones. He came back.
I see.
He wants Hannah for his wahine.
I told him that I would not come to his bed unless we made a Christian marriage.
You are very right, Hannah. God's
He
love and
speaks so
acceptance of you requires your virtue.
He speaks so nicely to me. He says he loves me.
If he won't marry you, Hannah, then it's not love, but only a bodily desire for you.
If only I could turn my thoughts away from him. I'm trying very hard.
Yes, I know, but you must learn to turn away from what is wicked, no matter how sweetly it calls you.
But can such kindnesses be wicked?
Yes, it is very clear.
I will read now. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no roots, they withered away.
Hannah?
And some fell among the thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
Sybil, please come, hurry!
Sybil exits. Lucy and Sybil return helping in Tully, who has been badly beaten. Her face is black and blue. Blood comes from the corner of her mouth.
How did this happen?
Polly!
Who did this to you?
I found her outside like this. A lady came by and spat at her.
Why?
She called her that name.
What name?
Kahua.
She's badly hurt. Lay her down on the mat.
I must go away.
You're in no state to go anywhere.
What if those people find you again?
Kahua. Or
Kukapilo!
Hannah, don't speak like that to her.
but she is Kahua.
Stop calling her that. She is a person, just like anyone else.
I don't care anymore. I'm tired of always being afraid that someone will find out. My father gave me to a family when I was a baby. He wanted me to grow without the shame. He's been giving this woman food, kappa, pigs, to keep me. He lived poorly so that I might have life. It was him he saw being beaten once in the village. Last night he came to find me to tell me that my real mother is very ill. She wishes once more to see me. Others of the woman's family saw him and forced her to tell the truth. That's why you found me this way. But I don't care anymore. My father is a better man than any in the village, whether he has the marks of a kawa or not. He has given everything for me. I'd rather stand by him than any other person, even you, Ka'ahumanu.
Be quiet now.
That woman only liked the food I brought to her table.
I must go now.
I know you will hate me now, Hannah.
Hannah doesn't hate you. Hannah, where is your Christian charity?
I will try not to hate you.
Perhaps we should move her to the bed in the cellar?
Wait until the doctor looks at her.
You will keep her here?
Yes, we will.
She will be a filthy thing in your house.
She needs our help.
Come, Hannah, let's go.
Exit Ka'ahumanu and Hana. Scene 2. Ka'ahumanu and Hana walk to Ka'ahumanu house.
How could she lie and deceive me?
She has been in my house many times.
I treated her as one of my own. She should be punished for such lies.
Perhaps she is already.
My own favorite. Have you seen Jones?
Only to talk.
And what does Jones say to you?
That he loves me and wishes me to share his bed.
You wish this?
Yes, but I don't go.
Huh.
He comes every day to my house. Every day he asks me.
And tell him not to come.
You think it is wrong?
The laws of Jehovah say it's wrong.
I tell him I can't sin, but he says I think too much about sin. He says the Mikanele worship God in a poison way. He says that God will love us no matter what we do, and if we don't harm others, we don't sin. He says he loves me better than any woman.
Then why doesn't he make a marriage with you? Isn't that the way of his people?
You said yourself that you thought it took more than words to keep a man.
Perhaps my thoughts were wrong.
Sybil enters.
I've come to ask you to have pity on Pali.
She's dishonored and deceived me. I chose her for my favorite. I gave her my affection.
She only tried to live a life like others.
She comes from a filthy race.
Why? Why do you think these people to be so terrible? Have they done great wrongs?
They are what they are.
Then think for a moment, Your Majesty. What if you were to find yourself in such a station in life?
Me. I am Ali.
And what if your own father had suffered to give you a better life? Wouldn't you try to make the most of that life?
Perhaps.
And think if you were this person who looked to her chiefess as the one who should guide and protect you, what would you hope that chiefess would do?
You think I should change the way these people are treated? Is that it?
I'm not one to advise the Kuhina Nui, but I will tell you what I know from the Holy Scriptures. And now abideth faith, hope, and love, these three. But the greatest of these is love.
Let's take some tea.
No, I must go. I have so much work.
No, you will stay. You look tired. You lie down. I myself will lomi.
Thank you, but...
No, you have cared for me when I was sick. Now I will care for you.
Well, perhaps I will try it.
You've never tried it?
No, I haven't, Hannah.
It's very good. Your body will relax and make itself well.
Sybil lies on the mat and Ka'ahumanu begins to massage her.
Before you came, we spoke of Jones.
Oh?
He wants Hannah to come to him.
Of course you won't go, Hannah.
Of course I won't go.
She thinks he loves her.
Christian marriage is how a man proves his love.
All your life, you will have only one husband?
Yes. Only if a husband dies can a woman take another husband.
You've only had one?
Yes. Although once, a long time ago, I was engaged to another man.
Engaged?
That's when a man and woman promise that they will marry each other.
A promise.
Then others know they are taken.
What was his name?
His name?
Yes.
Levi. Mr. Levi Parsons.
Hana.
Ke ku'ua kuneko na kino.
He was handsome, this man Parsons?
Yes. He was.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Ikanana.
Awe. He puhaku ai kai kona kino.
It was summertime when I met him. So beautiful. We'd walk and talk about everything.
Where is he?
He was so kind and I was so lonely.
Where is he?
Gone.
Where?
To be a missionary.
He is one of the Mikanele?
No, not here. In Turkey, far away. They said he could not take a wife. The man must go single.
He left you?
It was our duty to part.
But you loved him, didn't you?
Summer, we were so close. Many times I've wished.
You've wished?
Yes, I have wished it so. I have to go.
No, Binamawahina, you mustn't get up so fast. You are too deep.
I tell you, I have to go.
Sybil runs.
Please remember me the way that I was. Not this old woman I've become.
Hana has approached.
Binamuhine, are you?
Hana hugs Sybil. Sybil breaks the embrace.
You must choose, Hannah, between a sensual pleasure of the flesh and what you know to be your Christian duty to God.
Please, you've been my teacher and my friend.
Choose!
No!
Hana runs from the mission house.
I sleep, but my heart waketh. It is the voice of my beloved that knocketh, saying, Open to me, my sister, my love.
She came to our own bosom to be instructed. Mature and meditative, her mind seemed instinctively prepared to receive the word.
My beloved is mine, and I am his. He feedeth among the lilies.
More intelligent, more attractive, more refined, she was our joy, the crown of our school, rising to a new life, thoroughly instructed in a new system of morals. We even dared to believe that she loved the truth. But the test came.
I am my beloved's, and his desire is toward me.
Official power and wealth combined turned the scale. Yet her conscience seemed so ill at ease. She was on the very point of resisting when she found she had not the strength.
Many waters cannot quench love, neither can the floods drown it. If a man would give all the substance of his house for love.
Here is one of the keenest trials of a mission teacher. We plant a vineyard. When we look that it should put forth grapes, it brings wild grapes.
Come, my beloved, let us go forth into the field.
I loved her as a child of my own brother or sister.
Set me as a seal upon thine heart.
Oh, that my head were waters, and mine eyes a fountain of tears.
That I might weep for the slain daughters of my people.
Faith, hope, love. The greatest of these is love.
Scene 3. Pali enters. There was, when I was younger, a woman who came to live in the hollow nearby who was with child. She was... Do I have to read this whole thing, Harry?
No, why don't you skip forward from there?
Okay, good.
Did you have anything, Veronica, for me?
Nope, I was going to tell him to skip ahead, so that was great.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get what you're doing.
Thank you.
And now that is what the Mikanele has given to me, a new life from one that was unwanted, thrown away, and treated like so much rubbish. Pali moves into the space where she picks up the tea service and serves Sybil and Lucy tea. I have made you some tea.
Thank you, Pali.
You are so kind to us.
No, it is you who have given me kindness.
We have talked it over, and we would like to know if you will stay and work for us. Oh, do you like it here at the mission, Pali?
Yes, here I hide nothing.
We have talked it over and would like to know if you will stay and work for us.
Stay?
You will have duties,
We need some help very much,
but don't expect pay. We have no money.
but can give you food, shelter, clothing.
And your father may visit you here.
You don't care what I am?
We know what you are. Kind, and honest, and hardworking.
We do expect you to study the way of our God.
Because of your kindness, I will learn the way of God and make him mine.
The doctor says you've mended nicely.
Aye, will you let me wash the tea things?
Well, that's a good start, Pali.
Exit Polly with the tea service.
And what does the doctor say of you, sister?
He said we must wait. He said some of these things go away by themselves.
But if
If it doesn't, he will have to operate.
Oh. It's past the time the Queen said she would call. Go and rest, Lucy.
But the lesson,
I'll do it.
I do feel strangely. I think I will take this time to rest if you don't mind.
Please.
Exit Lucy. Ka'ahumanu enters.
You've come for your lesson.
I've brought you some fish
Thank you so much.
and some poi, fresh as you like.
You'll spoil me.
If good things aren't for good people, then who are they for?
I guess I don't know.
I've thought more about the church.
You wish to join us?
I have some thoughts.
Do you wish to share them with me?
I don't wish to make you feel bad.
Make me feel bad? I will listen if...
But how will you listen? With what ears will you hear and what tongue will you speak? Your own or that of the mission? I wish for you to listen.
I will hear your manal.
There are many things which I'm glad to receive from this new God. Jesus Christ, he is a kind God.
Yes.
He shows us a way of mercy, such as the way you treat Pali.
Yes.
This is something the great gods in the temples did not teach us. And women may speak to this God and teach things about this God as you do.
That is one of the unusual duties of a mission wife.
Nevertheless, it is done.
Yes.
You do many good things for the people.
We want to do good.
But my heart still holds itself back from your God. The gods, I remember the old days, the gods, they ruled over us in ways I did not like. So when I saw a chance, I took them down. I did away with them. But this new God, your God, I have seen what happens to those who choose him. He has a strong hold on their hearts. I know that if I take this God, the people will follow.
As they have always followed you.
But I will never be able to change the beliefs of the people once this God took hold.
He is strength.
He is the God of white men.
Yes.
And it seems that the Haole wish to be God over all. I will never be able to stop them here. There are too many ships, too many guns, too many diseases. If I take up this God, perhaps there will be some good, some peace. Other nations will see that we believe in the same God and not think us ignorant savages. I know all the names the foreigners have for us. But some will want to protect the Christian people from wrong.
It is a good thought.
We may be a dying people.
There is still hope that your people will revive themselves. Do not give up that hope.
You've shown me great kindness. But for some others of your race, I wonder, will they ever lose their contempt and will they ever cease to feel that they must be lords over us?
I don't know.
Our ways are so different.
Yes.
Perhaps we will never be able to meet without one ruling over another. We frighten the very heart of your holy world, even as I can frighten the very heart of you, Pinamuahine.
Yes.
The big wave comes, and how will I steer the canoe?
Scene 4. Lucy stands in the playing area.
The doctor informed me that the tumor was rapidly altering. It approached the surface.
Okay, wait. Julia, do you want to do this?
Fast forward.
You can fast forward it.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we fast forward? And Kirk,
Yes.
you can just say that Lucy enters, and then
Okay.
yeah. Is that okay, Veronica? Can we skip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sybil enters. Polly stands apart watching them.
Sister,
How are you, Lucy?
I don't know.
You're still weak.
Yes.
Is there any pain?
Yes, and a kind of emptiness.
The doctor says I must change the dressing.
Oh,
I hope that
I know now that I'll be ashamed to my husband.
Lucy, don't say that.
Everyone knows it will be the first thing they think of when they see I'll be ashamed to him.
Don't think such things.
You know it's true.
You must thank God for your life.
Yes, I must.
Lucy, I have to change the dressing.
Yes.
Does it look... I mean, is...
It's not a pretty sight. I am sorry, Sybil.
Oh,
There's also an odor, not pleasant.
I see. Well, I must change it.
I'm sorry, Sybil.
Sybil approaches her. She begins to undo Lucy's dress.
God forgive me, Lucy. I can't do it. I can't.
I'm sorry.
No, it is I who am sorry and ashamed.
Is it very hard to see?
Yes, for me. I want so much to help you, but
It's all right, Sybil.
I've tended the sick so many times. I don't understand these feelings.
You must get the doctor to see to it.
It frightens me.
It won't happen to you, Sybil.
You were right. Anything could happen to us here. I'm so sorry.
Don't say anything more, and please just get the doctor to see to it.
Exit Sybil. Polly, who has been watching, slowly comes forward. I wish to do this for you, Mrs. Thurston.
Polly,
Yes, I wish to help you.
you may feel sickened.
No, tell me what to do. You will tell me what to do, and I will do it.
First, you must remove the old dresses.
Yes,
Then you must wash the wound with... Polly,
I.
I will remember this kindness all my days.
Ka'ahumanu enters the mission house. Polly is pinning up the hem of a white dress. Polly and Ka'ahumanu look at each other. Sybil enters and sees them.
Really quick, Harry, do you want all 5 of them on screen
Yeah.
for this? Or is it just going to be...
Anna's not in the scene yet.
Anna's not in the scene.
Okay. So,
But then, yeah, I
everything
mean,
but Anna.
Julia can stay on. You know the part where you say that Julia enters.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't need to say that.
Okay, so
Okay.
from this, it should be the 4 of them on.
Yeah, so then
Okay, I had it set for 3, so just y'all can keep going. I'm gonna plug it in.
okay. Give him a place, Kirk.
Take it from Good Morning.
Aloha,
Sybil's one.
aloha kakahiaka.
Ah, good morning.
So you are resolved to study for baptism.
Yes.
Pali will be baptized this Sunday.
She will?
Yes, she has studied very hard,
Christian path is not an easy one.
but the one which brings salvation.
I need a needle.
You may sit here and sew.
Perhaps I'm not wanted.
You know the questions for the baptism, Pali?
I.
Then you will sit beside me and help me.
I. Sybil gives Polly the catechism book and one to Ka'ahumanu.
Pali, you will begin the lesson by asking the questions.
Me? You wish me to ask the questions too?
Yes, you.
Here's the first question. What is sin?
Sin is any want of conformity to or
Or the transgression of?
transgression of the law of God.
What is the sin by where our first parents fell?
The sin by where our first parents fell. You read it to me first, Pali. My pua.
I. The sin by where our first parents fell was the eating of the forbidden fruit. At the reading of the questions, Ka'ahumanu and Hana meet on the playing area. Hana is once more dressed in a kikepa.
Aloha no.
Aloha, Hana. I hear from the village that you've chosen to live with Jones.
Yes. But what will you choose, my ali'i?
Why did you do it, Pali? Why did you do it, Hana?
I thought this new God, this new way of being, would fill me up full of happiness and purpose as I thought it did the Mikanele. And for a time it did. But the happiness went farther and farther away, something to wait for after death. And I remembered what you once said to me, that happiness is a thing we need while we are alive. Don't join them in their thought that everything which gives pleasure is bad. Come back to the way things were before.
You know things can never be as they were. The world changes before our eyes every day, and we must change or be lost. Besides, we can never go back to the way things were before. I will put aside those old ways because the people need a new way for a new world which comes to us. We will have laws. We will be Christian people.
This can never be my way. I will believe there is another way.
What way is that?
I don't know. I only know that I can't follow the ways of their God, although I know many of their ways to be good. It is something inside that will not be closed off. And this is what will happen if I listen to them.
Our lives takes us on different journeys then, Hana. Aloha, my pua.
You will tell Mrs. Bingham something for me?
What is that?
Tell her that it is summertime.
Aloha, my pua. And may the old gods watch over your life.
Exit Hana.
Yes, I have listened to you, my brothers. Now hear my thoughts. The foreigners are among us. Many more will come. Beware, some will come like the hordes of caterpillars, hiding their hunger to devastate the land as we know it, until the time when all the Hawaiian people may be trodden underfoot. We have seen this greed already with the sandalwood trade. Fight now with our quick thoughts and grasp of foreign ways. To think too long on the ways of the past is to ignore the hungry sharks that swim among us. Fight now with our quick thoughts and grasp of foreign ways. Do not look at the past with contempt, but seek to preserve the ways that were good, uniting them with what is good of this new world that comes to us. Now.
The end.